In the heart of the Greater Accra region, the capital city of Ghana, lies the Ga-Adangbes community, whose contributions to Ghana's independence are often overlooked. Their bravery, resilience and determination played a significant role in the country's struggle for freedom.
Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
In the early 20th century, the Ga-Adangbes people were among the first to resist British colonial rule, organizing protests, boycotts, and demonstrations to demand better living conditions, education, and economic opportunities.
A whole lot of young men and women, very, very strong, were recruited into the British Empire's West African Frontier Force, of which a lot of Ghanaians took part. And after the war, they came back home and then settled. But you could see that after war, there should be compensation and whatever. But you see, the white man was dragging her. So they marched to the castle to demand at least some of the rehabilitation promised them before they came. But incidentally, it brought about this 28 February shooting incident. And that particular incident also sparked, it was the torch, after it had been lit, to embolden the Africans to death. And what's a significant aspect is that it happened on Ghana land. So when the 1948 spark from the Crossroads incident happened, the people of Ghana actually embraced it and led the whole aspect of the routing and looting and whatnot. And significantly, one of the chiefs, Ni Kobinaboni, led the whole routing.
Professor Nanose PSC Anto recounts the significant role the Ga-Adangbes people played prior to the declaration of independence, when political agitations were widespread.
Apart from the chief, the leading politicians and leading merchants were actually behind the people, the masses, trying to fight for their own emancipation. And you could see that within that stretch, it was the 1947 time that the UGCC, United Gold Coast Convention, was formed. And you could see that Obeche-Bilamte, Ega, and Akwanje, Ega, were part of the Big Six.
Right behind me on the ring road is the Akwaje interchange, built in honor of late lawyer Akwaje, a member of the Big Six, alongside Obeche-Bilamte, both indigenes of Ga-Adangbes.
On 28 February 1948, a shooting incident occurred at the Castle Crossroads, leading to the death of 3 ex-servicemen, Sergeant Ajiti, Corporal Atipo, and Private Udati Lamte. This event was one of the key moments in the country's struggle for independence. Some residents of Osu were witnesses to how their forefathers provided a safe haven for nationalist leaders who often went into hiding to avoid arrest by the colonial authorities. 86-year-old Stanley Kwaku, a senior citizen, was an eyewitness to the February 28 shooting incident.
There was 6. She attracted Emirate Jones to the attraction on a road 20 try. If it was 3 bullets, they were be on your combe at all. Adote. Here it was very chested to baby in water.
We were about 6 watching the incident when we heard gunshot. Then a stray bullet hit one of our friends. His name was Adote. We were standing in front of the residence of the first Speaker of Parliament when the looting happened. We were there.
At the time, Bagana, Usuba, Usu Anoho, Modeba to actually Degrijibu.
For the political historian, the Ga-Adangbes people continue to play an important role in Ghana's development even after independence.
They have been very receptive even to the colonial era, to independence, and even to the modern times. Except that there are certain things which, for me, are not healthy in terms of the subtle killing of a tradition, because the Gans have accommodated us all this while. But unfortunately, go to their schools. The Ga language is having no space in the classrooms, especially at the basic school levels. You know, and there are people who at that time were not Gans, but because they attended primary school in Accra or East Barons, they were teaching Ga. They can speak impeccable Ga to their Ewe or Akan language. It brings more unity of purpose. But if the capital hosting us loses the Ga language aspect and is not even taught in schools, it is unfortunate.
The Ga-Adangbes' contribution to Ghana's independence is undoubtedly significant. Sarah Apenkro, TV3 News, Accra.